And there it is. Welcome in, everybody.
My sigh of exasperation. My exasperated sigh, we call that.
I was gonna glue those trees for you that I built
On the base?
Yeah, I brought my little.
Then we
kit.
could do some trees.
I actually, you don't have
we
to do
could
it
do
today.
some little trees.
But I think one of those trees would be a cool wood grain workup. Like
how we do wood? We've been asked a lot lately. How
not like the freehand surfboard, but how you did that thing.
Yeah.
Right. I think that
just
would be
doing
perfect.
if you already were presented with a tree.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
I'll set that up for maybe tomorrow.
How would you do that, Jason?
Hey, welcome
let me
in.
show you.
That's the idea.
Because that's what I do here, chat. I show you.
No, you dance.
Oh, I'll dance.
Oh, you.
I'll show you.
I'll dance. Welcome in, everybody. Who do we got? Double T, Plum Crunchy, Ghost Hunter. So glad you're here. Are we giving away Liz today? No. My mother is not being given away today. Ghost Hunter. That Chai Cat. Sugar
Did we
Rush.
give away my mom yesterday?
Did you?
No.
You mom?
No.
Jason.
What?
Are you ready to kill me? But you should come down a little bit.
No, I'm not doing it.
There we go. There it is.
You need to move the picture frame.
I won't.
You need to get your high-fangled technology to follow me around. I need a PTZ.
Let's get a PTZ.
I need a P. I've
Let's
told
do
you for
it.
a year you could get a PTZ.
Here's what we could do. We're going to get brand new cameras in the studio. All amazing PTZs. And then we'll put this in your home studio.
Okay, I'm down.
There you go.
Make it happen.
I already have a whole set. Comes with a joystick and everything.
Make it happen.
Fix the camera, Chris. Do your job, says Lumberjack.
Yeah, right?
Do your job. Who?
Right? Tim, I'm with you, man. I can't figure it out.
Fix your job. Who? I don't know.
I don't understand. That sounded exactly like Tim.
Hey, speaking of Tim, I really like this workup. I really do, actually. I am. The more I look at this bronze workup not bronze, brass. No,
this is bronze.
Bronze. Sorry, I was just looking at that brass workup you did yesterday.
We're doing the brown gray on it right now.
Hey,
which we did yesterday. We did the petroleum brown.
Right.
And then the thing that really does it is the brown gray.
Yeah. Hey, Chicago Hobby Hero. Thank you very much.
Darken it up a bit more. Make it dirty.
Chicago Hobby Hero. 4 months.
We're going to dirty it up.
That's right. Speaking of dirty, we got something coming out very soon, chat. Weathering
pigments.
You
released the weathering pigment thing today.
It's coming out very soon, chat. You can expect those very soon, but keep an eye out. We'll obviously let you know all of the details when those release. And if you're not a part of our Discord,
they don't tell me anything, chat, so I don't know when they're coming.
Make sure you're in our Discord because that's when I will have them go public to you early when they release. Love the product image, says Brent.
That's Chris.
That's me getting dirty. I'm so excited for them. I think you guys are going to love them. I'm already thinking about how I'm going to use them on my bases. Just to add accent. I was thinking of doing like a red Martian Earth style one, adding some yellow to our red texture Earth.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. And they're awesome too. Also, my dad, very excited for them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's super excited.
Yep. He should be.
He's like, oh my gosh,
It'll
I need
be right
to do
up
this.
his alley.
Oh, yeah. Yes, and also, if you are not familiar with how we do our releases, typically
in the wrong place.
Typically we tell Discord an hour early before we do our like public announcement, right? So I kind of opened it up.
Do we? Do you think they deserve it?
I think they do. It's kind of it's fun, you know?
All right.
Yeah, right.
You insist.
Crazy mixed up kids.
Crazy mixed up kids.
So
I'd have gotten away with it too.
Ghost Hunter, yes. I have a father, yes. He's super into miniature painting.
Well, he paints scale models.
Scale models.
If you count that. Insert evil laugh here.
Jason's surly today.
I am surly.
You're kind of like a dog that just took a bath.
So I just got off a business call.
Oh, serious business.
Serious business. It was a serious call. where, unfortunately,
Uh-huh.
in this world,
Yeah.
Ellie, our finance and HR director,
backstabber
who has
extraordinaire.
been backstabber extraordinaire. I bet she loves that title.
She's great.
Ellie is fantastic. Let me just tell you.
Yes.
That Ellie is fantastic. I wish everyone had an Ellie in their lives. She handles her biz. She gets down to it. She is super supportive, knows what she's doing, does the whole thing, has been having a real hard time with one of our vendors.
Yeah.
It's one of our vendors that deals with like customs and import.
Oh boy.
Right? And so she's been dealing with this on some overpayment of customs or overtaxing of customs and all that. Whatever. Right? Irrelevant what it's about. They had been giving her one line of, here's the way it's got to be, blah, 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 blah. And she, of course, is bringing that to me. And I'm like, no way we're doing that. And so she's been caught in the middle.
Yeah.
I always hate that, right?
Yikes.
So she's been caught in the middle. So I was like, just get me on the horn with them. We'll fix it. And we get on the horn, and they changed their tune just because I was there. Nothing infuriates me more.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Nothing infuriates me more.
That sucks.
Than when somebody won't act the way they need to act with the person at the business who's in control of the thing.
Yeah.
And then it's not even that I had to argue with them.
Yeah.
It's literally that I was in there and they never said any of the things they told Ellie.
Yeah, it's not.
So I had to go apologize to Ellie after the meeting and be like, I'm really sorry that that's the way things work sometimes.
Yeah.
I told her, we just got to get everybody as afraid of you as they are of me.
Yeah. I'm not afraid of Jason anymore. I don't know. That just came to my head.
You are, though.
Me?
Yeah, 100%.
It's not a... It's
a fear thing.
I wouldn't say...
I walk in here and I talk and he flinches. It's really kind of disturbing. It makes me feel bad, yet very empowered.
It's not a fear, I would say. I would say it is a...
2 for flinching.
You derail me.
I derail you?
Yeah.
What?
Because I'm like in focus and then I'll like look over, right?
What is that nonsense that you speak? That's just pure nonsense.
You heard me.
That's pure nonsense. Pure, utter nonsense. Now, okay, so the brown gray on the bronze darkens it up really nice.
Yes.
It leaves the silver with the Payne's gray really bright. Though.
Wait a second. This is dark bronze and then bronze and
dark
then a
bronze,
wash?
bronze, then petroleum brown, and then brown gray.
Petroleum brown is how I'm getting it more of that
orangey.
Yeah, okay. I'm like,
Warms it up a bit.
I couldn't remember that step.
And then the brown gray darkens it down. Remember, this is the outcome.
Slanky.
See?
Yeah.
So that's what you get, is this dirty, oiled bronze.
Yeah,
which I really like. When I think
like
bronze, that's kind of where I really like bronze to be, is in that dark oiled bronze.
Rubbed.
For a lot of times, there was like all the hardware in Home Depot looked like that. It was like a fad for a while.
It's the rubbed bronze.
Yeah, rubbed bronze or oil rubbed bronze. I don't know.
I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, Home Depot.
But now I need to Now I need to figure out. I think I'm just going to thin the brown gray down and put it over the metal as well, the steel. Right?
Yeah.
Just so it's not as shiny, because the Payne's gray on the steel makes it look clean.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. How do we like it? Do we like the steel being that bright against
I think so.
the dark bronze? Is it a good contrast, or do I need to darken and weather it down too? I like it the more I look at it.
I like the contrast at this level, right?
All right.
When I see if I pop out like that, I like it at that level because I can see it. It doesn't look the same.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
I feel like when you're doing armies like this, you want them to be super contrasty.
Okay. All right.
You know? Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
All right.
Hey.
Okay.
That's us.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay.
Oh my gosh, November. Hey, Monument Hobbies, are you folks going to have brush faults at Adepticon, or should I pick one up somewhere beforehand?
Ooh, that's a great question. I would like to say yes, but it's going to be tight.
We typically take some, but...
No, we don't have any, though.
Right, yeah.
We're out of stock. And so I don't know if new stock production is going to be available on Evos and all that. It's going to be a real bummer if it's not, because that's a big show for us with bags. We'll try our hardest to have them there. I can't guarantee anything.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Dark
magenta!
I would just pick one up because I couldn't wait. I love our...
Oh, you know what? No.
No, you're going to do magenta wash. Right? Magenta wash.
It takes the fear out of it.
What was that?
That was me dying. But I got better.
Hey, how was your mom? Did she enjoy yesterday?
You know what? My mom will never admit it, but I think she had a blast.
Oh, I think she did too.
When I thanked everybody in Discord.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Did you see the response that said, "Hey, that was so great. I called my mom to tell her I love her on the way home." And I was like, that made a world of difference. And I showed her that, and she loved it. Oh, yeah. She's like, "Holy cow, if having me on the stream made one person call their mom, that was worth it."
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, that's the way the stream works. Good people do good things.
We have fun. We're also serious business.
Hey, whoa. We are never serious business.
So you're adding some just magenta wash straight up.
I'm doing whatever I want, okay? Can you please just understand that not everything is about you?
I see. I do see. Hey, Q, can I paint non-metallic metal using magnesium color?
Yeah.
Well, also, that is one of our true metallic colors. So...
You mean, I guess I'm hearing it saying, can you create that magnesium color in non-metallic?
Yeah.
Yes, you can. You wouldn't use that paint.
Right.
Because it's a metallic, but...
Actually, yes, that is one of our most popular true metallic metal paints. And I say that just because I think it's the coolest. So I said most popular because I think it's our most popular because I like it. Oh, this is cool. You're just going for it with near all the little metal bits, huh? Okay, so these are living. They have some blood in them then. Right, Jason?
I'm treated that. The box art has some magenta.
It has blood.
Some pinkishness around these areas where you got like gears and stuff.
Right, so. Okay. So there is some truth to the way these are kind of still living.
That was my take on it.
Yeah. Okay. I like how you're doing this, right?
Up and close?
Zoom in real quick. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, look at that.
Just to make it look a little,
just a little bit alive.
Yeah.
Or freshly.
And a little bit
freshly scarred, right?
Like strained and the skin's a little raw in there.
Vigil Artistry says, just opened the bismuth yellow and OMG, it's so bright. Almost like acid yellow. I love it. Nice.
So good. Bismuth is such a good color. It's a cooler yellow, but it has a bunch of opacity. Yeah. Very, very bright. Can be added to all sorts of things. Very good.
Elvish Oatmeal says, not caught up with this model. What has been the approach for each section so far?
So the cape, robe,
the cape
is dark purple base, done with primer, and then red oxide, and then bright pale yellow. And the bright pale yellow was done top of the head. The bright red lines you can see is where the dark pale or where the bright pale yellow was. And then it's bold pyro red, thin and kind of glaze layer with the airbrush over the top. The skin was all dark purple. And then we went over that with burnt umber, advanced flesh tone, and peach flesh. Again, just my standard layering technique to do that. And now I'm adding some magenta wash to make those irritated edges where the metal protrudes from and stuff. Nah, I mean, I'm just kind of extending it out from where I think it would be the most irritated. You're always irritated. Yeah, that's my secret. I'm always angry.
R3.
And you don't remember what they are. But you'll tell them to us in song.
Oh, we did because I muted myself.
Why? What?
I was taking off my jacket there.
Can we not hit the wrong buttons, please?
The was the correct button.
To do the wrong thing.
No. That was to mute me so they didn't hear my and the clunky of my
what?
Well, I was taking off a puffy jacket, so I'm sure it was going to sound bad in the mic. That's why I muted myself.
Oh, I see. That was what that sound effect was.
Yeah, it was just a
it was
little
taking
bit.
the jacket.
It was like,
off.
I'm back. Don't you worry. I was intentionally muting myself for the betterment of you, chat. There you go. Thank you for the reminder, though. Keeping me accountable.
A professional.
Mommies. No mommies today.
Nope.
Lap. Not today. That's okay. Sometimes the world can't take so much greatness all in one or 2 days, you know? It's too much, right? It's just too much. No, I won't be torrent. I shan't.
I shan't.
I shan't, and I won't.
I shan't, and I won't.
Ozzy said, I found new crime. Okay. I'm trying to paint airbrush nozzle. Print. Oh, you're trying to print an airbrush nozzle? That's interesting. I've never heard of that before. Printing a new airbrush. Commando Ken says, why does your sipper sound like a spaceship? That's a great question. There you go.
You had to pay a lot for that.
That's right.
That would cost extra.
Seth Amander says, not too much. What's the latest on the Adepticon tournament?
It will be a mini comp where it's a mini comp. We're going to be using it as a primer for the larger competition that will happen at next year's Adepticon. But we have a really good group of judges. There will be artists. We're doing an entire mini celebration experience at the booth. And so the competition will be part of it. We are not announcing categories. Bring your best mini. And there will be a bunch of really fun prizes. And by fun, I mean it'll be, neat categories like, I don't know. I keep throwing out there like best use of blue. We're just going to have some fun judge's choice kind of stuff.
Yeah.
This year. We just felt like trying to do it as a complete, fully fleshed out comp didn't give people enough time.
Yeah.
And we would be doing ourselves and our community a disservice. So we decided to have fun with it. We still got all the same judges there, the same experience, same cases. We'll have everything displayed and really cool. We'll have good feedback on pieces for myself and other judges. Chistov Kovalchev is there. Luka Zaba is there. A ton of tremendous people.
Yeah.
And a good way to have fun. But we'll have a lot of other things like live tutorials, painting, sculpting, having all sorts of fun. But just if you're looking to figure out what model to paint, paint one you love. Bring what you love. We're going to have a really good time with it. I like that. That looks good. It looks red and raw.
Now, let me go back up here. Where was it? Does Jason have a trick that accomplishes the same as the finger dab for places your finger can't reach? Great question. The finger dab.
Not really. A dry brush can do something very similar. So if you keep a clean, dry brush next to you while painting, that you keep just for that. The problem is that once you've smudged it, you got to clean it and then let it dry out again. But keeping a brush around to be able to do that with is huge. Because you will find, like you just saw me a minute ago, I'll get to a spot where you can't really get your finger in to do the finger blend, the smudge blend.
Yeah.
Makes it really hard.
Double T says, what could be used to get a similar robe vibrancy in the purple/violet spectrum?
Same thing, that bright pale yellow, if you're using a warm color like purple, can do wonders. Use bright pale yellow. Bright pale yellow would be my choice.
And then what would you make it to get purpley? Like transparent purple?
Well, I mean, you could just use dark purple, royal purple, anything. Any purple you put over it with that yellow base is going to be more vibrant.
Vibranty.
So pick the purple you love. Pick your poison.
Pick your poison. Any restrictions on the size of miniatures for the competition?
No. If you bring a Titan, feel free. I would say that I would keep it to like monster size stuff, but you can bring whatever you want.
Pistol whip.
We're gonna release it next
Oh.
week. I'm gonna release some stuff next week. Once we have all the language right.
Yep. And I'll make sure that you all are very aware of that. Pistol whip question: will the pigment require fixer? General tips for application. Very excited for it. Now, you recommend sealing it with matte varnish.
Yeah, matte varnish is my thing. Is that I just would, whenever I do pigment, I put it on there and then I do a light coat of matte varnish. Usually the coverage coat for the model at the end is enough.
And it's very fine too. It's awesome. It's great stuff. I've had a chance to mess around with it a little bit.
Yeah, the grind on the pigment is such that you don't have to get too crazy.
It'll get in there. It
sticks.
Yeah, I was say
it will lessen its intensity if you rub on it, but it will get to a point where you can't take it off anymore.
Yeah,
even without a fixative. But to really lock it in, you should probably look at doing some matte varnish, and you can brush it on if you want. If you want to really keep it stable, just do a light. But airbrush is always going to be your best way.
Yeah, it's great. It's good stuff. Was Stan saying, was the robe painted with special sauce? I think it would have the same without. Oh, I think it would be the same with how Matt all PA paints, but I'm just loving this finish.
On the robe?
Yeah.
The robe was not special sauce. It's just bold pyro red. But it's very soft, all airbrush. Yeah. So it looks fuzzy, which makes it really stand apart from the skin.
What pigments are coming?
8.
I had to measure them. I'm trying to remember all the specific names.
Titanium white.
Right?
There is unbleached titanium.
Yep.
Which is a little bit of a yellow color. There's red iron oxide, black iron oxide, yellow iron oxide, right? Or ochreish kind of color.
Burnt sienna.
Umber, burnt sienna.
Yep. And then raw umber.
Raw umber, yeah.
They're great. I wanted to try the titanium white for some snow effect. Wanted to see how that would do. I might do some of my Gargant bases that I already have done.
Just remember that all of them will look dusty. So they're not as great for wet like things until you load them up with a little bit of medium. So if you're to take the white with a little bit of medium, you can create snow with it.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, but remember that just from a general perspective, they are going to look like dirt. And so white dust is a thing. But that's what the white on its own will look like, is more like a white dust. So you can mix it with, say, glazed wash medium or matte varnish or something like that and make a slurry out of it that would act more like snow.
Okay.
That you could then dapple onto miniatures and make it look like there were little clumps of wet snow on it and things like that.
That could be fun.
Right.
Confused Purine says, hello from Wales, England. Hey, how you doing? Ghost Hunter, how does the titanium white taste? We don't do that. You're not allowed to do that.
Not how that works. It's not how that works.
Base Tard says, first time chat, love the pigments for blending your mini/terrain into the base and ground.
100%.
Yep.
That's the goal.
Very excited.
Let them bring your mini into the environment you're creating on the base.
It's like a unifier, a blending kind of thing,
Can
right?
be. You got to be careful not to overdo it, but yeah. That's what it's for. Works great on vehicles.
I got to be careful, chat. I'm known to overdo. Would I have it any other way, though? I don't think so. Just arrived. Welcome in. Love the flesh tone. What colors did you use in the workup?
This is all over a dark purple base, and then it is simply burnt umber as the first flesh tone, the shadow, and then advanced flesh tone in the midtones, and then peach flesh mixed with advanced flesh tone. It's really simple.
Oh, man.
Done really rough, too. I didn't worry about too much blending.
We got some stream streaks here. Brent with 10. Dark Mockery with 40. Travel Cedric with 95. You all are devoted.
95? What the?
Here's my challenge to all of you. If you know somebody who would benefit from this stream, you should mention us. And I know you already all do that. I was explaining this to someone the other day, and they're like, wait, what do you do? And I'm like, well, you can watch me 2 to 4 with Jason giving him the business.
He does give you the business. I don't appreciate it.
I don't appreciate it.
I don't appreciate you and your business.
You want answers?
You can't handle the answers.
I'm working on the challenge. Nice, Mo. Yes, but we will, once Jason and I kind of get all that information together for the mini little comp that we're doing at Adepticon, we will make sure you have all of that information on a landing page.
The celebration of all things art
Yep.
in miniature. I'm super stoked. Something that I wanted to do for a long time.
Yeah.
Great that we can finally pull this off. Hopefully everybody really love it. You know, because a lot of you will come up and be like, well, I already have everything new. You won't have everything new because obviously the new paints will be there.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll have some stuff to try. You can try those out. But, you know, on those times where you come up, it's like, I already have everything you have. What else is there? Like now you can hang out and paint with us. Right? We'll have a really cool paint setup. Gabe's working on some really fun stuff. Chris is going to have some really cool stuff going on. I'm excited. I'm more excited because it gives me something that I can have fun the whole time.
Yeah.
Just like hanging out, painting with people.
Mm-hmm.
Puts me in my element.
Ghost Hunter said, if I eat all the pigment powders, will I look
Yes.
like to belong in the city
Yes.
states?
You had me at if I eat.
Don't do that.
Oh, sorry.
Don't do
What I
that.
meant to say was don't eat the paint.
Earl says, thanks again for the demo on glazing olive flesh yesterday. Absolutely. Are you able to share anything about the colors for the upcoming contrast set? Any chance them making it to the UK or for UKGE?
When is UKGE?
Tomorrow.
Then no.
No, I don't know. When is that?
After Adepticon, I think.
End of May.
Yeah, he'll have them. That's my goal.
Wirehead. So, Chris, what about... Yes, I know. We're going to have to... Jason and I have to plan it out still.
What?
Oh, you teaching me non-metallic metal?
Everybody wants it. You just keep getting stage fright.
No.
Yes, yes, yes.
How about Friday? What day is it?
Thursday?
No, today's Wednesday, my man.
Oh, man.
Because I believed you for a second. You're like, you're right, it's already
Man.
Thursday. Oh, no. It's Wednesday.
Is it really?
Yeah. I see. Where'd you guys go to lunch today?
Lolo's.
I don't think so.
It was Philip's choice. Don't kill the messenger.
Philip, where did you guys go to lunch?
See how he's checking up on me, chat? No peace in this world.
Num, num, num. Lolo's.
How come you never just call me on the weekend, Chris? We could go to Lolo's.
I want it to be during work.
Why?
Something to get me through the day.
Like you need something to get you through the day.
No,
Is that what you're saying?
no.
There's
Just
not enough
just like
stimulation around
it's
here?
a-
I can
it's an
fix that.
it's an excitement. It's an additional excitement. Oh, I'm stimulated while I'm here, but you best believe.
Magenta wash is so good. It's so easy to paint with. And it just blends so nicely. It's like, what do you want to do? Yes, here, magenta wash. You want to make skin look irritated?
Confused prune. I have got to say how impressed with your paints and also say how refreshing it is with the knowledge which you share. Thank you. That's why we do this.
Thank you.
We appreciate you giving us a try.
Much appreciated. Yeah,
No.
It means the world that you guys even go in a little bit on our craziness. To sit here and watch paint dry with us and then to try our paints means the world. Thank you.
Jason.
Yeah.
Friday. Let's do this on Friday. Can you teach me some
Chad?
non-metallic
I don't know
metal?
that I trust
Can
him.
you
You
come
guys
over?
trust him?
Can you come over here? You'll sit here and you'll walk me through it.
Sure.
And
It's going to take more than a stream, though, is why I said it needs to be. You can't start on a Friday. You got to start like on a Monday. We'll start next Monday.
Well, there you go. You heard him then. Never mind.
Well, it's just because you
what
really
if I
need to.
What if I fly through it?
Well, then we'll be done at the end of Monday.
No, we will. We'll start on Monday. That's a better idea. We also have a couple other ideas coming up for next week. We got some fun things coming. There's too much going on, Jason. There's too much going on for us.
There's too much going on.
There's too much
Jason.
going on. That's not a bad thing. There's just so much going on.
What do you think about naked Pinocchio and his
the magenta
Wolverine,
wash?
his saber tooth?
It's very easy. Just right, just to do what you did there, right? Very easy.
Super simple.
For Monday, you heard it here. We'll do it Monday. How about that, Jason? You good for
Putting
that?
it on the calendar for Monday, Chet.
Putting it on there.
That's what he's doing.
We're gonna record the whole thing.
Monday.
Nope, we're gonna do it, Wolfen. I will make sure my schedule is cleared. Because this is what I do anyway. So I will be here. That's the joke. That's the joke.
He's like, I've gone on vacation, so I can say yes to all of this. It doesn't even matter.
I should probably take some vacation time, Jason.
You already have.
I haven't.
He acts like he never takes a vacation.
I haven't done that.
I'm going with my family to Italy for 80 days.
That was last year. That was a year and a half ago. Isn't that great?
You need another vacation?
Yes, I do. They're coming for me.
How many vacations does one man need?
One, apparently.
You got it.
I see what you're trying to do.
You had it already.
I see what you're trying to do here. Hey, Jason and Chris, I have some wooden planks and some tree bark to paint. Oh my gosh, that is great. Ballistic Bailey, because I was going to see if Jason wanted to start that tomorrow.
What?
You want to paint some wood?
The trees?
Yeah. You want to paint
the trees?
Do you want to? I don't want to. You want to
Chat
switch?
choose.
You want to switch to that tomorrow?
Here, chat. I have this, which is the Leonine Avatara that I'm really interested in.
Well, you don't have to paint trees tomorrow, right? At some point, I would like to paint trees.
The Leonine Avatara. Oh, next week I have to do the Spires thing, the Consumption Beast, because we got to give away a Consumption Beast.
That's true.
Yeah. So it might have to hold off on him doing the NMM.
Yeah, we do it. We are essentially.
We have a commitment.
We have a special. That's kind of a sneak peek for you all, by the way, next week, right?
Yeah, it just dropped this week, so
we are
he's
going
building
to be.
It.
We're going to be painting up a Consumption Beast.
This thing's rad. It has a snake for a tail.
What kind of trees would you? What kind of colors would you do for wood, though, Jason? In general, we'll plan out the wood maybe another time. But what would you use? Can you show us that thing?
I
again?
said I'd do it tomorrow, right?
You want to do it tomorrow?
I can do it tomorrow.
Let's do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Ballistic Bailey. We're going to do this live.
A lot of times when I do wood, it just depends on what I'm looking for. Like on an old kind of beleaguered, shield like this, I did the wood grain with dark umber, light umber, olive flesh, brown transparent, and then a heavy wash of dark camo green or camo green. And the camo green really gives it that moss, like kind of dingy, but you can see more of the brown on the spokes. The spokes are lighter, and then the green kind of wet wood look, because this is Trench Crusade, so I can imagine it being in a wet environment. I don't do a lot of blood effects, but the dark umber, light umber, olive flesh, and the olive flesh is going to look way out of place because it's going to be super bright, but then you do brown transparent over all of that, and it makes a perfect wood base. And then you can put other colors on it however you like. So that works really well.
Mm-hmm.
But that gives you that, with the green over it, gives you really, like I said, very wet kind of wood.
I do
and-
like this woodwork up you did. This
yeah,
one.
this guy's pretty cool. And that here, I did more of umbers into khaki was my final kind of yellowish, more dried out.
Did you add these
bark.
rocks?
No,
Oh, those are in the sculpt.
those are in the sculpt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I think that was the base. It's a 3D printed base, yeah, for this guy. And then I did like Payne's gray in the shadows and a little bit of burnt orange in the midtones that I glazed over it. And then again, greens, Payne's gray greens, burnt oranges and stuff. So you can do all sorts of coloring.
Estrello, no, I would. We don't do that. Weathering pigments should not be any spice blends you use for your paint.
Spice blend.
Although
Ooh.
that would be very cool marketing if I put it next to the salt and pepper.
Ooh.
We're not allowed to do that. We can't suggest that you should eat our paint.
Don't eat the paint. Legal says, according to legal,
According to legal,
don't eat the paint. This is light bronze.
you know what? I sometimes don't remember light bronze.
Well, shame on you.
I know. I'm a silly man. I love bronze, and then I'm like, oh, I don't need to go any further. But then there's light bronze. There's a lot going on, world. There's a lot going on.
Too much to remember. How in the world do you keep it all straight?
What if I only taste the paint? False, still the same thing. You can't taste something without eating it, okay? No. What do you mean? No, you eat no, tasting is eating. It's the same thing. That's like saying the sky is blue. Because it is.
It isn't.
Jason.
It's not.
My sky is blue. Sometimes it's gray, though.
See?
I take it all back.
I take it all back.
Super Bleeder. Do you change your water or use different cup between metallics? We call that Project Neutral. Super Bleeder?
He's just not being spammy with his answer.
No, that's true.
It is true, but
It's Project Neutral.
he was asked. Read the question.
I answered it. Sometimes he does change his water for metallics, though. Sometimes.
I did yesterday.
Oh, you
Because
did?
because we had done a lot
We
of
Metallics, yes.
metallic on
That's
these guys
true.
for the base coats, and I didn't want to have that bleed into the washes and the skin tones. So I got and cleaned out the water before we did all the skin tone work. Light bronze, too good. Too good. Dare I say perfection?
Ozzy's saying, is there some different principles to make true metallic look good?
No, I mean, it's just harder to get your blends because the amount of solids in it are a little bit harder to get to blend out. But you can glaze with it. Like right now, I've got a ton of water on this brush to try to do the highlight up here. And so I'll just blend it out and then finger smudge it a little bit. And I'll get a pretty good blend up to the top there that doesn't have a hard line to it. You just have to remember that you can glaze and do the same tricks you do with normal paint. A lot of people will try to force the metallic to do more than it's capable of just straight off the brush and not thin it enough. You just got to be careful there. Because you can wind up with it having some pretty distinct separation of color if you're not careful. But I glazed it a little bit on that outside of the foot and then up here. And it blends pretty well. Treat it like paint.
Treat it like paint.
Normal paint. Don't give it any special attention.
Jason,
Sir, yes,
what do
sir.
you think is the biggest myth in the painting hobby?
The biggest myth?
Yeah, what's the biggest myth,
Hmm.
in your opinion?
That dry brushing is for noobs?
Oh, explain.
I think that, you get told as a new painter, a lot of people want to know that they're making progress, and sometimes they use a negative sell to feel like they're making progress. And I feel like leaving behind the training wheels sometimes feels like a negative sell.
Yeah.
Because, if we want to call them training wheels, dry brushing is a training wheel towards getting good contrast on the model.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a training wheel you never have to take off. You can continue to use it. And so I think that it's a big myth that you have to dispose of the tools you use as a beginner to progress. That's one of the reasons why we haven't made a contrast style paint until now, because most of those paints kind of force you to not use them past the beginning stage, because they're very difficult to use later on until they kind of skip a generation of your skill.
Yeah.
Right. And force you to then come back to them later when you know more. Dry brushing, same thing. Dry brushing can work with you from day one as a painter all the way till the time you stop painting or know it all.
Right.
It's just a great tool. I think myths like that, I don't know if that's technically a myth, but
or a misconception. Essentially.
Yeah. Don't have to dispose of the beginner's tools to progress, right? You just need to be making sure you utilize a tool for its strengths and know when to apply it so it doesn't accentuate its weaknesses. Because dry brushing has weaknesses like texture, heavier blending. It's not going to do everything perfectly, but it's a great tool. So just don't dispose of your tools. Know when to use them. You got to know when to hold them. That's where you go, when to hold them.
Hey, no free pub.
When to walk away. When to run.
Carl Moore says, thanks for the streams. You've given me access to good paints and pick up Conquest and Marvel models. Next time you speak to the Atomic guys, please get them to do a Doctor Doom.
Oh.
I'm just trying to get them to do Jabba's Palace. I want a Sarlacc pit.
Is there not a Doctor Doom already?
I thought there was. There's got to be.
If there's not, it's probably solely because of this whole Doom arc from Marvel, right? They work closely with the Marvel team on some of their releases.
Maybe it's coming. I don't know. I would guess. I have no idea though. JM Band Panda says, "What would be a leather workup if you only had the base set?" Ooh.
Dark umber, light umber mixed with probably. I mean, you can mix it with white.
Yeah.
Technically, right? Light umber and a little bit of white to get it to be a little bit more of a beigey tan, because you only have tan flesh, you don't have olive flesh in that. Olive flesh is my go-to for that, like I mentioned. But yeah, I think you still have dark umber, light umber. I would use dark umber, light umber, and then use the light umber with a white as a tint mixed into it to get a tan, and same thing. And then you don't have the transparency there, so you would have to glaze. But the dark umber, light umber can work really well without any kind of glaze over them.
Oh, okay. Dank, I think I've got your question. What do you do, Jason? What do you do to secure the base when painting? If you secure permanently, do you then decorate the base around the model?
We decorate the base around the model, yes.
Because
these guys are glued permanently to the base.
You glue them
all
the time, though, because you've mentioned in the past you kind of like have them having some weight.
Yep. Yeah, for me, I really like the idea of the earth coming up around the sides of the foot a little bit. You could do it like mud too, right? It can be as intense as you need it. But for me, it's more of a making sure that the model has some weight to it.
Yeah.
You see how I'm blending there? Just very thin paint, so it blends better with the bronze on the top. You can use your finger to poke a bit of smudging to it too if you want.
Sharas says, how do you feel about applying paint with makeup sponges? Very popular thing right now. It's very trendy.
Yeah, I think that it can do great. It's another tool. It won't reach every area of the model, no matter which sponge you get. And you can't reach every area of the model, even if you can shove the sponge into the shadows. You can't do it with precision. So it limits you a little bit on how you're going to paint if you choose to just use a sponge.
Yeah.
A lot of people make it seem like in the videos that, look at the magic I did with this sponge. I painted this model with a sponge. And they took a brush and cleaned their sponge work up, because a sponge can't get into, like, you couldn't sponge paint the up underneath areas of this model.
Yeah.
Right? You couldn't. You could get a sponge and maybe shove it in there and get a little bit of paint down the side. But if you wanted to blend it out into the shadows, you're going to have to do that with a brush, because you just can't get it everywhere. Now, this is a maybe an over amplified version of that, because of how many undercuts and recesses this model has. But even a Space Marine, right? Like this guy, how would you paint this guy 100% with a brush?
A sponge.
Because a sponge, you can't get up into the underarms. You can't get into the head recesses around the Terminator armor. You can't get into the crotch. So you're going to have to use a brush. And my worry on those types of things is that the brush might give a different texture than the sponge. And if you're trying to match, you know how hard it is if you airbrush to then match the airbrush texture if you have to clean up an area with the brush. And the sponge might do something that causes you to have to stipple with your brush. So just be careful with all of that.
Yeah.
But I think it's a great tool. It gives a really great effect, and it can make some really, really cool blends very easy.
Yeah.
Without having to have an airbrush or without having to know how to blend very well. So yeah, I think it's a great tool.
Well,
Same thing with smudge brushing with a big round dry brush, like our big DD series dry brushes. You can use those to smudge brush. We've shown you how to paint entire tanks with a dry brush.
Yeah. And
it
also
comes out really nice.
To segue off of that, I use makeup sponges to remove my noosh applications. Right, I just like the way you can finagle the makeup brush to take it off, and how it leaves the noosh where it needs to go.
Yeah, I think they're all great tools.
Ogre
that being
says,
said, I don't use them, so don't catch me in a hypocrisy thing here, because I'm like, yeah, but I don't use them.
Do you will dance? Ogre says, how in the holy moo-moos do you get your metals to look so good? Is that just straight metallics?
With washes, yeah, this is as simple as you could do it. I think you basically, this is dark bronze followed by bronze, followed by a wash of petroleum brown on the whole bronze, and then a wash of brown gray over everything again. And now I'm just going back with light bronze and edge highlighting everything.
Oops.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
But, and then you just treat your highlight like you would for a non-metallic color, right? You just put it where it is necessary. You won't see it all the time, because the way, like here, if I turn this, you can't see that I've put much light bronze on the side.
Yeah.
But when it hits in the light, you can see where I've blended my highlight and done the little scritches and things like that. I'm not really spending a lot of time on it, but it looks good.
Mershon says, I want to try out non-metallic metal for the first time. What colors would you recommend for non-metallic copper? I was thinking burnt sienna or burnt orange, warm brown, dark flesh, shadow flesh, and faded green with maybe a touch of white. What would you do for copper, Jason? Non-metallic metal copper.
I like the idea of dark flesh, burnt orange, that kind of stuff, because the dark flesh has a really good base of red to get you going.
Mm-hmm.
And then something like burnt orange. And then I typically start going to a more sherbety orange out of that. So like Nova orange, something in that range for my highlights. And then glazing back over it with like transparent red. Because copper has a reddishness to it that's a little more difficult to pull off without a final glaze. But you can also work it up on in other ways. I think we have a dirty penny copper methodology that's a good one to follow. It's got transparent red in it, some transparent orange maybe. I don't know if Chris can find the link for you on that one, but that one works really well. It's just the picture ones.
Right.
The Necron guy.
Yes, is that Dirty Penny? Well, blam. Schlank. There you go. Oh, do you have some terrain that needs dirtying? I have a bottle of Noosh and I'm terrified to actually use it, says Wolfen. You have a bottle of Noosh and you're terrified to use it. Don't be terrified. It's magic.
Yeah, why?
I've done that science for you. If you go back and look at a stream, you can see me do it in real time, by the way, Wolfen. This might demystify it for you. This is when Jason was gone. Oh yeah, here you go. Go back to September 23rd. This one right here. You want to know, and I did something very similar to my Stampa, but if you look at that, Wolfen, that is I nooshed that entire thing right there. So that's Gorkanaut. Who goes there? I hear somebody in
the other room.
I hear you. Oh, maybe they're outside.
He's yelling at people.
Who
that
goes
don't
there?
Exist.
Anyway, yeah, Wolfen. Oh, there was somebody in there. I know who it was. Gabe? Is that you? Very suspicious. I don't like it. I don't like it, Mr. Jason. Remind me, what is noosh, says Ozzy. What is the difference between that and glaze and wash medium?
Noosh is a subtractive weathering medium, so all of the mediums thin your paint. They dilute it in some fashion, but they give it properties that allow the paint to act differently than it would normally. Glaze wash medium allows the paint to lower its opacity but keep its viscosity, unlike water. Water thins the paint and makes the thin paint move like water. So very thin, harder to control. Takes a little bit more effort to get good with it for glazing and such. Whereas the glaze wash medium allows you to thin your opacity but keep the paint feeling like paint, right? Noosh, being a subtractive weathering medium, allows the paint to have a much longer drying time because it acts as a retarder. Well, it is a retarder, right? But it also then gives the paint a quality that allows it to kind of slide around on the surface of the model better. So you can mix some color into it. I like darker colors like black, brown, and such. Mix some color into it, and then when you put that color on the model, you wipe it off with a makeup sponge or brush or finger or whatever you want. You wipe that off of the model, and leaving the paint in the recesses and the area your smudge, brush, or finger or towel didn't reach. So it kind of acts like a wash if you think about it, in terms of you put all the paint on there and then wipe it off. And like I said, depending on the direction of your wipe will create where the paint stays, because you'll basically push paint into recesses. But it's really good for things like streaking, right? Because you can put it on the side of a tank and streak it down, or put it on the front of a tank and streak it backwards to make it look like it's, going fast. You get the ability to do some really, really cool effects with it that way.
Yeah.
But usually made for weathering to replace the need for oils in your weathering, because it is just a water-based product. So you can mix any of our paints with it and get really, really good long dry time, be able to do dot filters and all sorts of crazy stuff.
Sigavac says, yesterday's stream was all around amazing with J-Mom, but I also have new material and will be reading Color and Light by James Gurney tonight.
Awesome.
I've learned more from these streams than anywhere else, hands down. Hey, we appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I'm glad to hear it.
We appreciate that.
Hopefully, I love knowing that we have a little bit of influence on getting people excited to paint and go learn new things. Painting is a hell of a journey, and it is your own journey. So don't feel pressured into doing anything specific. We're trying to peer pressure Chris into doing non-metallic gold, but don't ever feel like you have to do any one technique to be considered a great painter. You don't have to do anything. You can create your own style and develop it over time. You don't have to do anything quickly. You can do it on your own calendar. You don't have to progress. You can just have fun painting models at an army level for your entire life. It doesn't matter. Right? I like this guy.
He's cool. I think, I don't want to assume, but he's looking almost done.
Yeah, I got to do a little bit more with the Dark Sea Ben because, we haven't highlighted the Dark Sea Ben portions on these, but we did Dark Sea Ben with the special sauce. on these guys.
Oh yeah.
And so this was over a zenithal. So I'm just painting it manually over here.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I'm going to add some faded green to Dark Sea Ben, and we'll be able to highlight these guys and brighten this guy.
Huh.
We'll do that right now.
TK says,
and then he just needs a base, or he needs some basing material.
Oh, Jason, you should do us some basing. Demystify it for people.
Well, it's hard because it takes so long to dry.
But
does.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, we can.
Jason, TK421 says, Jason, that model seems really warm. Do you have something to provide a cool contrast? If so, how?
To this model?
Yeah.
I mean, the cool balancing that I get from it is the Payne's Gray on the steel. Gives me a nice pinch of warmth.
Yeah.
The flesh, while being warm, is not as warm as the red. The Dark Sea Ben little sash that's coming down here that I'm doing is going to be on the cooler spectrum. But no, I think this model is balanced very well.
I really, you could, obviously, I know you're doing more, but heck, this thing looks great.
Yeah, and you could put, like, you could make the earth gray.
Yeah.
You know, you could do like a gray stone and take some more of the heat away from it if you didn't like it. These are getting paired. The only thing in my army is this one set of technically 4 of these guys. And the rest of the army is like this.
Yeah.
Right? So the rest of the army is really playing off of that bronze, but I'm using the Dark Sea Ben because they're meant to be like the Thespian city-state from Greece.
Yeah.
So they have that Dark Sea Ben kind of look to them, with then just the red being the plumes on their heads. So a bunch of my normal hoplites and stuff will just be a variation on this theme.
And why did we call it Dark Sea Ben, Jason?
Because Ben demanded it. Ben, that fruitcake made me name his paint. I caved. That's why. I'm not as strong as I come across.
Shout out to Ben. He's awesome.
I told him, I said, I'll put it as the flavor text. That's all you'll get from me.
And here we are.
So you see how well that worked.
Plum Crunchy, what kind of bases are you thinking of making them?
I don't know. I haven't done any for this army yet, and so I don't really have a good feel for what I want them to be. I've thought about basing all of my Conquest models exactly the same.
You mean across all armies?
Yeah, like they're all on the same battlefield.
Oh, interesting. That could be cool.
But it also kind of limits the vision a little bit too much. So I don't know if that makes a whole lot of sense.
Will we ever get a light seed Jade Sun? I don't think so. Never say never, but I don't think so.
We should just mess with him. Light Sea Ben. That's a problem, is when I make colors that would complement this, they have to have their own name. This one is dark green blue. Oh.
Huh. Would you, Visual Artistry said, would color theory be something that you would call a necessity to learn, or would it be something that could be learned later in my progression? Great question.
It is a great thing to have knowledge of. Knowing which colors work well at full vibrancy is pretty good. It is more of what I would call a necessity for canvas painters than it is for us, because it will teach you things like tertiary colors, complementary colors, things like that. But everything that we paint typically is more desaturated, and all colors work well together when you reach desaturation points, right? So I'm not sure that I say you have to know it, but it's good to know. I mean, it's good to have in your toolbox. You rarely, if ever, see me talk about the color wheel. It's just not. So for some people, it's a great tool to help them get started with their color choices on an army, though. So don't ever underestimate being able to pick it up, rotate it around. If you get one of those that allows you to kind of pick there's some really neat physical color wheels that you center up the window on the main color you want, and then it has little holes around it for your primary, secondary, tertiary colors and complementary. And so you can rotate it around to say blue, and it'll tell you what colors go really good with blue. The problem is it doesn't ever have enough holes to show you everything. So it just goes with what the kind of strict kind of teachings of the color wheel are. But those families of color then work pretty well with your base. So if you get one of those, it's a great tool to say, I want to paint my Space Marines yellow. And you swing over to yellow and you look at all the colors in the other holes that work well with yellow, and that could help you design your army. So yeah, from that standpoint, great.
Monuments, no, Stan says, how about a nice Greek base? Can you do sandy beaches or a nice green rock area, muddy area?
I don't know, maybe, yeah.
Greece base. Interesting. It could be interesting. Brian, take it easy. Have a good one. You only watched for an hour today. Local shop got PA restock, so I have to stop by and stock up. Nice.
Uh-oh.
Go do it.
That's dedication right there.
Earl Tedley says, are there any books or resources you recommend for learning how to mix up colors with expert acrylics?
Any, right? There's probably a whole lot that talk about, paint mixing for dummies and stuff, which would probably be great.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't really ever used any resources for that. I've always just experimented and kind of learned through experimentation what I liked and what worked well.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's probably a lot. I would Google and start looking at, things that talk about paint mixing, like, artistic paint mixing or color mixing for dummies. You got to be careful not to just get standard color mixing, because you got to know you're dealing with pigment and not light, right? Because pigment is subtractive color mixing, not additive. Light is additive color mixing. You got to be careful, because there are some books that talk about color and they'll talk about RGB style color, right? And that won't work for what we're doing.
Wirehead said, I want a match set of paints with one called dark white and the other called light black.
Dark white and light black are the same color. They're neutral gray.
So
it's just 2 bottles of neutral gray.
That's awesome.
That would be funny to do a set of neutral gray, or a black and white set that was literally white, black, dark white, light black.
Yeah.
And neutral gray. You get 3 bottles of neutral gray, white, and black.
Done. We're on it.
All right, I think that is pretty much the faded green mixed in. Gets me to where my other models are, kind of. And a little bit more of a highlight. That looks pretty good.
I mean, if you're into that kind of thing.
I need you to be into everything. That's what we're going to go with.
I'm into it. Trust me. Oh, I'm into it. You know me. I like this workup. Can you send rep for me, Jason?
Not while I'm in the middle of a really, really fine line. No.
That's true.
Move your camera.
I can't do this for you.
Move your camera.
Here comes Tim. Do your job.
Do your damn job, Chris.
The little at the end is pretty good. Did you spray the sash first? Says Andy Link.
Yep. Yes, sir. I did the cape before anything else, knowing that my overspray was going to get. A lot of times when we say, hey, what do you paint first on a model? I always say, go from the inside out. I couldn't do that on this guy. I had to kind of get past the point that, it's going to kind of suck, because I'm going to have to go and do the skin after I do the airbrushing, because the airbrushing was going to be the messiest thing I had to do.
Oh, Andy Link says the red one. Okay, so you meant the cape. Okay. Yes, yeah. He did airbrush the cape.
Yep, 100%.
No, that's all hand blended.
That's the power of Prochrome.
He's a magician. I'm a magician.
And I'm leaving a darkness here for the hood. So the hood is casting a shadow across here. So that's why I'm not highlighting back up into the nooks. Just gives it the sense that all of this comes out into the light right here. Kind of a nice false projected shadow.
Torrance says anything can be brushwork if you lie. That's true.
Can be brushwork if you what?
If you lie.
Oh, we're all liars here.
And Dark Mockery's asking, what was the skin work up again? Sorry if this has already been asked today.
Oh, no. It was dark purple primer. And then over the dark purple primer, we did burnt umber.
Burnt umber.
Burnt umber into advanced flesh tone. No mixing. That was just burnt umber as a base. Advanced flesh tone over that. I did the advanced flesh tone about 2 glazed layers, so they were thin and barely covered the burnt umber first, and then the third layer was more opaque to bring the color into it. So my just do this video in full action there. I was using the advanced flesh tone to color the burnt umber without mixing it first, and then worked up into the highlight spots with advanced flesh tone. Then I went over that with a 50-50 mix of peach flesh and advanced flesh tone, and then finally a couple of dots of peach flesh. And then I went back with magenta wash and got the little red pinkish areas, just dappled that in there to give it the, let's get that out of the picture.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
There we go.
Then the magenta wash to give it the irritation of where like the metal protrudes out of the skin and stuff, just real quick. Easy.
He looks good.
Easy peasy.
I like it. Dark Mockery says, cool, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hey, you're welcome.
Very, 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 very welcome.
You're so welcome, Dark Mockery. You're so very welcome.
Chris, we get it. He's welcome.
Oh, he's welcome, all right.
Chris,
very welcome.
We
yes.
Get it. We get it.
Oh.
He's welcome.
Is he? You're all welcome. Because you're welcomed to stream. Get it? He looks sore, says Andy Link.
That's the point. 100% the point on that guy. To make that area where the metal kind of doesn't even have like a, like a cap or a stopper on it. It's just like skin metal. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Well,
big sigh, Chris.
It's been good, chat.
What happened?
It's been a good run.
What happened? Are you leaving?
Been a great run.
You leaving?
I'm out of here.
Why are you leaving? You're not allowed to leave.
Good run, chat.
We got big plans.
This is it. This is the big one for me.
You hush.
Don Green Giant. That's right. Mo, thank you. Stan, we switched models. See how quickly we did that? We're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Did Chris get fired? No.
Even I don't know. He just said it was the big one. I don't even know why.
I know you all would like that, but it ain't happening. I'm here for a long time.
Not a good time.
That's right.
Wait a minute.
You're still here? I'm right here in front of you. You're all banned. The band hammer's coming down today.
What is going on with Chris? He's just all over the place.
The band hammer. Chris is just trying to get out of doing his non-metallic metal show. False. Travel Cedric, your band. Like that?
What's that sound effect?
That's my storm gavel hitting the ground. November saying, what color is the cloth on this guy?
The what?
The cloth.
A Dark Sea Ben.
With the
we mixed it out of our what we call our special sauce, our answer to contrast paint. So it was just over a black and white zenithal model. Technically not black and white. I guess it was dark purple, red oxide, bright pale yellow. But yeah, that's all it is Dark Sea Ben mixed with the special sauce medium. And then that gave us this. That's all that's on here right now. And then I'm going back over it with Faded Green mixed with Dark Sea Ben to get this mid-tone.
Dark Sea Ben, hardly know her.
I don't know how to respond to that.
November. Oh, nice. Can't wait to get my hands on that stuff. Dark Sea Ben is also one of like 5 colors I still don't have. Well, November, grab those other 5 colors and get them. And make sure you add 3 more because then you get the set bonus.
Look at, we even make it where you don't have to do your own math.
Yeah, you
Chris is
literally
mathing for you.
You're welcome. You should always buy in sets of 8, chat. It's the key. You get a discount. What else do you want, world? We do it for you. You can get them at Adepticon. Oh, nice. Hey, if you're going to Adepticon, please come say hi to me in real life. I'd like to take a picture with you so that I can put you guys all up on like a board, you know, like a beautiful mind style board. And like, you know, like that person's on my list. I want your faces. I want to put a name to the face.
I want your faces.
That's right. I want your
not very
faces
welcoming
up there. Hey,
very,
if
very
you,
Hannibal Lecter-ish.
I'm
right
actually
there.
serious. If you guys are coming to Adepticon, come find me. I want to take your picture and say I approve of this message, like with a little sign.
Chris is just gonna have like a poster board here in the studio with a bunch of pictures of you guys that he throws darts at or something.
Banned. That's how we'll do it. We'll get a bunch of pictures on a big.
It's like America's Most Wanted.
Yeah, I'll get a plastic foam board, put a bunch of small faces on them, throw a dartboard, and whoever I hit is banned.
Oh,
that's right. It's luck of the draw.
Does that mean I get a dartboard too?
What's that?
Does that mean I get a dartboard too?
Yeah, we'll give you one.
Oh.
Can you provide?
You just said, yeah, we'll give you one.
Big Bob, can you provide my own photo? Big Bob, what? I've got footage of you, Big Bob.
Whoa.
You're
it's a family show.
You're not hidden from anything.
You've got a picture of Big Bob in there. A little disconcerting. Him and Mustang.
D-Lop says, "Hey, how are you doing? Beautiful model and painting skills. How do you have a nice brush tip for fine lining?"
Just keep it as a point and don't apply a lot of pressure is the real key. Not really a silver bullet answer, but that's all it is. You can deliver a lot of paint without a lot of pressure. We talked about this the other day. You don't have to press real hard on the brush to get paint out if you control the viscosity of your paint. If you can make the paint a little more fluid by adding, I use water, right? That's all I'm thinning with is water. But when you add water to the paint, it makes it flow better. And with that better flow, you're able to get paint to release off the brush without having to put a lot of pressure. And when you don't have to put a lot of pressure, you can keep a nice tip. It's that simple. It really is.
Commando Ken says, "Okay, time for a serious question of the stream. Does Monument have some kind of printable/buyable glossary of their PA colors? A way for us to keep track of the colors we still have but need. I'm too lazy to write my own."
Well, we have the brochure you can get.
Yeah.
You can download it off the website as a PDF or pick it up from us in person at one of the shows, usually as a printed. And it has little check boxes on it where you can basically just check off your collection.
Check it off. Check it off. Get yourself a little paint brochure.
It's nice. It's very nice.
Very nice. Also, clean your brush, says Red Faye. Oh, Jason, you gonna clean your brush?
Who came up with that bad idea?
What? Red Faye.
Yeah, cleaning your brush helps to maintain a point because your bristles won't tend to want to split like they will as you build up. Paint the ferrule is always a problem.
Scorched Earth, how you doing, Chris? I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking.
Chris,
We're
is
having
that
a
the
great
first
day.
person who's asked you how you are today other than me?
Did you ask me how I was doing today?
I always ask you how you're doing.
That's true.
You
That was a
don't
test.
listen to me.
No, I do. I always respond.
But I always ask.
You do. I've missed 13 checks on mine still, Wirehead. Almost there. Nice. Why aren't you in hobby stores, or are you? We are in a lot of hobby stores, Andy Link. We're in actually many. Don't know where you are, but if you actually hit this link right here, our FLGS link, that'll show you exactly where our stores are. So Andy Link, hit that link, and you will answer your own question. We probably are in a store near you. That was very commercial of me, like commercially of me. In a store near you.
Sign him up. He's part of the sales team now.
Chris, do you need a Snickers today? That doesn't sound bad. What I need is Lolos, man. Whoo! That or the Horny Toad.
What?
The Horny Toad. It's a southern restaurant way up by me, and it's amazing. They make amazing fried chicken. Amazing. Fresh.
As opposed to not fresh fried chicken?
No, it's always fresh. Like the chickens are fresh. Wirehead, now I'm picturing Steve Buscemi where Chris is sitting. Hello, fellow nerds. What would I do without chat? That's what I tell. That's what I say to my therapist.
That's what you ask your therapist? So where do we pick off where we left off?
He like takes his notes. He's like, oh no! Oh no!
That's what Chris's therapist says. That's
like,
all the time we have for today.
He goes like this. Oh, it says here that you got lambasted for not reading a question again. How many times has that happened to you this week?
All of them. Got to keep him professional. Hold him accountable.
That's right.
I'm not even paying attention. Is this? No, that's looking the same.
I mean,
I like it.
It's pretty cool.
They're matching. Got to be careful when you get to your brightest highlights, which this faded green is my brightest highlight on the cloth here, that you don't overdo it.
Yeah.
You know, you can very easily take it outside of like just where the arm, punches that up towards the light. You could take it down too far on the side and then you lose your main color. Like here on the shoulder, I don't want to go much further than say that to start.
Lyle says, what if a store carries the paints but isn't on that list?
Have them contact us.
Yeah.
There are a lot of stores that had bought through distribution that we did not have their info. Distributors typically won't give us store info.
Right.
And so if the store doesn't contact us directly, then we don't know. But yeah, you can have them contact us. Boom.
Shadow Knight says, speaking of fine lining, when I'm trying, I'm always having too much moisture, but when I wick a little more off, it's too dry. How can I fix this?
How are you wicking it off?
That's a great question. How are you doing this?
Right, because I use my thumb palette, and because your skin isn't super absorptive to the paint, right, then you can balance it pretty easily. If you're using something like a paper towel or something like that, then you could be in a world of hurt because it'll suck a lot of moisture off very, very quickly.
Is this speed paint or is it similar but different? Our secret special sauce paints, Jason.
What?
Is it so it's speed paint or is it something similar but different? What would you call this?
Yeah, similar but different is a great way to describe everything we do.
Yeah.
Right. It is a paint that is meant to give you the ability to paint like speed paint does, right? So you can use it as that first base coat that'll give you contrast on a model. But at the same time, it is paint that mixes with all of the rest of the line so that you can blend it in, you can airbrush it, you can do all sorts of stuff with it without having to learn special techniques. It just works very easily.
Yeah.
So it's meant to be more than just a speed paint. It will be, I think, we've constantly said that our paints, as you get to the low transparency things like the transparent paints, our glaze wash medium, that we've got a way to really help you learn how to glaze and filter. And this is another step of that. I think this stuff will really drive people bananas at how easy it makes glazing and filtering.
Yeah.
Turns advanced techniques simple.
November says, all right, it's time to see if watching stream during work hours the last 8 months has any impact on my performance review. Wish me luck. Uh-oh.
Oh, you're going into a performance review? If you paint models for a living, this could be really good for you.
That's true. Zilfer says, if your speed paints are half as good as your washes are relative to competition, this product will be massive slam dunk.
I think it's
Get ready.
better than that.
It is. I think you're all going to really like it.
I mean, you've been using. I mean, these guys right here used it.
If you are using,
you're finding me use it on products where I would never have used speed paints.
If you're using the typical other paints out there, like all of the quick paints or whatever, you're going to enjoy these, hands down. And what are some things to avoid purchasing? Like they sell them as totally necessary, but reality is more the brand than the actual purpose. Okay, so you're kind of asking like what's fluff out there? What are some things to avoid purchasing in the hobby, like painting?
Oh, I mean, we talk about this all the time with regards to like what you get out of a tool is different than what somebody else might get out of a tool. So I think all of them might be worth giving a shot.
Yeah.
Right. But don't feel bad if, well, I say you're always going to feel bad if you spend money on something that doesn't really work for you. I don't know that I can name any right off the bat that I would say are fluff.
There's a lot of unnecessary hobby product style things out there, I would say. Right? Jason keeps it pretty simple. But
I mean, that's my thing, is that I don't really focus too much on a brush, paint, and a model, and you can do wonders. Learn to mix. I think that one of the biggest things is you don't need 400 colors of paint. If you can go into painting knowing that, pick the colors that you don't want to mix. If you're lazy and you use a color all the time, buy it. Buy the prime colors that you're going to use all the time, and then learn how to mix, right? I think that lines with 400 colors in them are unnecessary. Why we don't have 400 colors.
Earl and Tedley says, how do you develop something like contrast paints and Noosh? Do you have a chemist and a lab, or do you work with other companies?
Yep, we have a chemist.
Magic and prunes.
Magic and prune.
Jason scientifically concocts some weird concoction number, and we put it in a bottle. That's what it is. Magic.
Well, it's not far off, right? Because I typically come up with some stupid idea that I want to do.
You'd be like, well.
And I go to our chemist in the lab and I say, okay, is this possible? And then they'll tell me, maybe, question mark. Usually there's a lot of questions that go back and forth with regards to why and how you want it to work. And it's funny, someday I'll tell you how the special sauce came about. Hopefully I can show you where we started, because we started in a place very different than the product is going to be. And that was an interesting journey. It's not over yet. We're still working on what was originally the plan. Out of the plan, we wound up cracking the code for a contrast paint that I would actually use all the time. So that was great. But we still didn't do what I set out to do, which is funny.
The Punisher says, all you need is 96 colors of paint, right, Jason?
Or 192.
Or 7
You
million.
guys keep asking for it. I'm basically telling you don't have to buy all our paint. And you guys keep buying it, so okay.
D-Lops, yes. All of our streams go straight to our YouTube live page, so you never miss anything. So you can go over there and check that out. And then the thumbnail is what we worked on that day. That's how we did that. Typically in a progression.
Yeah, if we work on something throughout the week, you'll see multiple streams with similar pictures.
Zilfer says, when you first started leaking these on stream, Adepticon felt so far away. Suddenly, it's not so far. That is so exciting.
You don't have to tell me twice. But I think that will be good. We started manufacturing the special sauce this week. So life is good. We feel pretty confident about our delivery date. We have the rust color that I showed off here is the limited. I say limited. It's the early release color at the show. They're all early release, but the rust is a color that's specific to early release at Adepticon, which I think is really fun.
Now that I can remember, Brian, he was asking about as a recent stream of working on leather weathering. Not recently, no. Ballistic Bailey, is Special Sauce actual name or is it still a secret?
Still a secret.
D plus, it's beautiful to see some live mini painting. Yes, we do this 2 to 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Well, I say 4 p.m. It's kind of to whenever now. We start at 4.
Lately, we've been stopping at 4.
Lately.
I've had a book schedule this week. I got to stop today because Gabe's got a meeting with me.
What?
Yeah.
For what?
I don't know. No free press, Gabe.
No free press. We're getting really... no free press. Not even free pub. It's no free press. It's serious now with Gabe. No free press for him. How much... Ghost Hunter says, how much pigment powder do I need to eat in order to look like the guy Jason is painting? Many.
All of it.
Meeting with... No, I am not, Mo. I'm never in trouble. It's false.
So we picked up some good volumes on the cape. Still gives the drape. Gives the
it does.
Keeps my shadows intact, which is good.
That is beautiful. I like that. Valstar, you're going to leave for a meeting? I'm watching while in a meeting. Oh, nice. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know about that one. How are you watching in a meeting?
I think that's rad.
Are we on speaker?
I approve.
Are we on speaker? Put us on speaker. Buy, sell.
Chris, don't ever change. Buy,
put
sell,
us on,
sell.
Put me on speaker immediately. Let me be a part of this meeting. You want answers? It's called hard work. And if you're not 10 minutes early, you're late. Tell them that. Tell them Chris sent you. Words of wisdom. Change your whole working life. Gabe's got to be dealt with, says D Dollar Girls. When is his review? Gabe already had his review. Redfay, you got to have meetings to skip meetings. There you go. Special sauces for closers. What? It's not allowed to be that funny. I don't like that. It's too silly. Special sauces for closers. It's for people who want to get the job done. There you go.
I like that guy.
You do?
Yeah. He's looking good.
He's looking great.
I haven't done anything to his skin. His skin's just like base coat.
His skin looks great.
You've done nothing with it. Done nothing with it. Oh, this guy had to like.
Oh,
paint.
you got to do some. Yeah, he's got some wacky stuff on him, huh?
This guy?
Yeah.
Well, this guy's just got this,
he doesn't
this
have
loincloth thing that we never painted.
He has no skin. I thought this actually looked done, the thing you're painting right now.
But no.
I thought it was like some
That's all
leather
just the
thing.
primer. That's the red oxide, dark purple, and pale yellow.
And
bright pale yellow.
Yeah, Nicholas, he is doing, it's Dark Sea Ben is the cape. That's the base color.
Yeah. Now, what you see on here that is this color was all done with this special sauce. over the pre-highlight,
Oh,
right? The
man.
zenithal. And so now I'm having to go back and match that because I'm not, this isn't zenithal in the same way. So I've done Dark Sea Ben here, and then I'm mixing it with Faded Green over here to get close to what it is doing with the pre-highlight, right? It seems to be doing it. It's a pretty good job. Pretty good match. Not mad at it. He did what? Why? What did he do to your TV? What? Nothing in there? I mean, it's not yours.
Fine, all right.
Is there nothing in there?
There's stuff in there. Chris, who you peering at? I was trying to see why they stole this TV over here. I was just curious. Ooh. Wake Titan says, you have said that you hope that the expert acrylics reach beyond the mini painting world and more into traditional art space. Do you have any brand champions or artists in general that are doing cool things with the line outside of minis?
A few that have been using it in their canvas work, and other media, but nothing like nobody who is like a spokesperson in that world, right?
I'll do it. I'll start painting houses.
Wait a minute.
I'll start painting.
That's not what we're asking for here.
No, I think that's exactly what they're asking for. I'll start.
That's not what we're asking for, Chris.
I'm going to paint this room olive flesh. This whole room.
It's not.
Can you imagine if I just started airbrushing?
That's not what we were asking for, Chris.
Here's the DA300. Oh, gee. Great.
I think our definitions of great are highly different.
Jason, no.
Yes.
No, that would be awesome. What are you talking about? What if I painted my studio room and my house olive flesh? I think that would be extremely fitting.
As long as I'm not supplying the paint, I'm fine
You
with
can
this.
do it for me. Come on now. You got it. Okay, all right. He's into it.
God, this guy.
That would be awesome to do, though, for like as a gag. You know?
Why is it a gag?
It wouldn't be. That's kind of what I'm getting at. I think it would be awesome color.
It's awesome for a gag.
It's the whole bit is kind of a gag, right? Obviously, it's not financially wise to use that much paint for walls, but if I was willing to invest and buy, I think that would be fun. I tried, chat. That was my attempt to get Jason to give me 5 gallons of olive flesh to paint my studio at my house. For you. We were close. I think I had 10% chance there. Mo says, I'd rather you guys spend the money on a dunk tank for Chris. I told you guys, it's $50 a dunk. Goes right to my pocket. You can dunk me all day. Get it going.
$50.
Heck yeah, dude. People would line up for that crap. They would line up. $50. They're like, I'm
up for that crap.
Only $50 to dunk Chris. I'm making money doing this. Little Billy's gonna bring $1,000.
He's just like, stay down.
He's just
Chris.
like, give
stay
me a
under, Chris.
Give me a bucket of baseballs. I got this.
Stay under, Chris. No use coming up.
Papa Chicken says, question. Usually, minis painted with OSL are painted to be out of the sunlight. If there was a dark cast shadow on a mini, would that be enough to make OSL illuminating the shade area make sense?
Yeah. I mean, again, it all has to really do with the model, right? And how you've set the model up. But yeah, just in listening to your description, yes. when you say that most OSL minis are out of sunlight, that's not really true. You see a lot that are done in like nighttime with a fire or something like that.
Yeah.
But you see a lot of Space Marines done with like plasma in daytime. You know? I don't always think that's the right way to do it, because if you have a light, a sun that's bright enough to light your model up, then there's not really anything that's going to be brighter than the sun on your model. So that can cause a problem with setting up your OSL. But
Ghost Hunter says, what sound does it make when you pop a chicken? Right there. You're welcome, Ghost Hunter. And Papa Chicken, courtesy of Papa Chicken. Firestar says, OSL in daytime always looks forced to me.
Yep. Yeah, because, if you were carrying a torch down the street in the middle of the day, all you'd see is the heat haze. You wouldn't see the flame.
Carrying my torch.
Yeah, you wouldn't see the flame. So it's very weird, right? Because you think about, like, that fire would be really bright at night. But it's not going to appear very bright in the middle of the day, if at all. Like I said, it can be invisible.
Donnie Dynamo says, is there a trick to reduce a green undertone when using gold and yellow?
Don't paint it over black.
Oh, okay.
You're probably painting it over black if you're getting green, because it doesn't have any green undertone to it. It's just a black and yellow, or some dark colors and yellow make green.
Is the lighting better at the new Adepticon venue? Yes, Mo, I can confirm. The lighting is amazing, because my B-roll looked great. That's how I measure lighting.
Back to the yellow thing. It's always good to paint bright colors, yellow, white, pink, any of those. Don't paint them over dark substrates. Build your dark substrate up from, black primer or whatever to a, dark red, and then from dark red to magenta or whatever, and work into pink that way. Work into yellow the same thing. Start with a dark brown, move through to a yellow ochre, and then put the yellow over the yellow ochre, and then you'll stay on hue, so your yellows will play nicely and be the color you want them to be, but you'll also get to a much brighter yellow in the end.
Yeah. Yep. Scorcher says, I think it just seems like that because most people darken / deepen the shadows give the OSL max contrast.
Yeah, which can seem funky, like you said, when it's supposed to be in daylight. Because it really is the fact that the rest of the model is highlighted so bright as well. So you have to darken the whole thing, not just the shadows to give you contrast. You have to darken the whole model to do it correctly. And then it seems like it's out at night, which is exactly when your OSL would have the intensity that it does in the model. But, those are one of the things that we kind of get over and give special clearance to in the hobby, because they're cool, dramatic storytelling effects. And you can use suspension of disbelief to not worry too much about how realistic it is. The OSL can just look cool, and that's fine. It doesn't have to be realistic. I mean, plasma weapons, hello.
Plasma, those are real.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I
You've seen them on YouTube.
I have.
Yeah. And they definitely kill Tyranids. You got it. Keep making the noises.
Like that?
It just sounds like a bad karate movie when
Ghost Hunter says, is Jason going to paint raised design on the cape a different color? Asking for a friend.
I haven't figured out what yet. Maybe white, like a dirty white would be kind of cool.
A dirty white. Elop says, with the type of line at the end of that cape, you paint only on top or the sides too? And if you paint the sides, how do you do it?
Line? What are we talking about?
With the type of line at the end of the cape, You paint only on top or on the sides too?
Type of line on the end of the cape. Like down here?
I'm thinking so.
I don't understand. With that type of line at the end of the cape, you paint only on top or the side too. The line meaning the detail here?
Maybe? D-Lops, you might have to clarify your question for us.
Yeah, help me understand, and I'll definitely get you an answer.
Sark says, why does plasma sound like blocking bullets with Cap's shield? I don't know. D-Lop says, yes, that one.
I mean, you'll paint whichever faces the light. So there's a lot of this where if I go in and make it gray, I'll brighten the gray along the top, most of it, but not in the shadows, then kind of out here. And then it's like a chain. So I'll have to do the sides of some of them too. It'll alternate because it has this upsweep. So it's different faces face the light as you go. If my light's over here.
Yeah.
I haven't thought far enough along to know
Jason,
what I'm going to do with it.
Do you have any way of creating wood grain on a flat surface? Yes, I'm going to send you a link right now, Shiraz.
Yep.
You're going to watch this whole stream.
Freehand.
Jason or Ryan and I are actually making this into a tutorial, but for now, this whole stream is actually really good because you can see the whole thing from start to finish. So it's kind of good to watch this whole thing. Right here. Right here. There you go. That'll help you. He does the surfboard on Surfer Girl. So it's pretty good, I would say. If you're into that kind of thing, I don't know. I think you'll be. Making a huge assumption. Maybe we'll do some wood grain tomorrow, Jason. You like that idea?
Yeah, I like that.
I think there's been a couple wood questions.
Yeah, we've had a lot of people questioning like how to paint wood today.
Yeah. I think that's a great idea, Jason.
And we've got those trees that you built.
I love those trees. You know me.
We'll paint some trees, some Conquest Weaver Quartz. I don't remember what those are called.
Those are called Crane Guardians. Crane?
Crane Guardians.
Little Billy says, speaking of that kind of thing, I'm into Chris being fired. Chris, you're fired. False. I'm here. I'm alive and well. I'm standing firm in my position here at Monument Hobbies. And, yeah, that's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. Lots of little horizontal lines here. Rather than painting a line down the fold of the cloak, I can bring in some texture, maybe the thread, maybe just roughness on the cloak. But I tend to like horizontal stripes when highlighting down the length of cylinders, which, we talk about finding shapes in your models. This is technically like a cylindrical shape, these folds.
Ghost Hunter says, people love painting wood around here.
Wait a minute. A family show.
You only get one of those. See? Ghost Hunter? Welcome back. Everybody calm down. We're painting wood tomorrow, okay? Everybody settle down. Ooh, Wake Titan. Great question. How do you get back into painting after a break? I haven't painted in about a week due to being sick and just can't get motivated to get everything set up. I was going strong painting almost every day. You know what? Can I answer this, Jason?
Yeah, go for it.
I actually had this conversation with some friends last night, not necessarily about painting, but about things in general. I apply what's called the avalanche effect in my life, right? If you want to do something, specifically with painting, right? The act of doing one little thing gets the ball rolling for you, right? For example, you want to paint? Just go look at your paints. It could be that small, right? And start looking at them. Then maybe you set it up, right? Maybe you just put them on your desk. And then you start getting into it. Then you find a model. Then you put that on your desk. And you just start doing it. And by the end of the night, you've probably painted a mini. You just have to start. Start small. That's what I would say. What about you, Jason?
I feel like it's some of that. It's more for me the find the model that is really getting you jazzed.
Speaking to you?
Yeah. If it's not the project you were working on, don't worry about it. You know, do you have something sitting off to the side that you're like, oh, I would really like to start that?
Yeah.
Then don't feel bad about starting a new project, even if you know you're not going to have enough time to finish it before you get back to the one that you're doing for, like, you know, maybe you're painting for a tournament coming up, or maybe you're painting for you know, a night out with the boys where you're going to be playing games or whatever. But just get it going. Like, you know, pick up the brush, start painting.
Yeah, yep, hands down. It's the easiest way to do it. Just start a little bit. Doesn't have to be a crazy part, right? You just do a little bit of the model.
Again, creating a little bit of a shadow from the hood.
Yeah, also, Cuban OC says, if you never put it away, you never have that issue. All jokes aside, I try to do at least some small every day. Yeah, I do the same thing.
Yep.
I keep it out. Now, I have the luxury of that, right? So I can't assume that you have a designated hobby space either, right? But heck, our go bag makes it so that you can do it pretty much anywhere. Zip it up, close it out. But that's how I do it. GK Model says, is white a safe option as an undercoat for vivid reds or yellows?
Sure.
You like bright pale yellow?
Yeah, I like something that keeps them warm. The white, depending on how you're painting, if you tend to want to glaze your reds, yellows, oranges over white, the white will kind of sherbet them out, if that's the right thing. It'll desaturate them. So a bright pale yellow works really well to not do that.
Yeah.
Did I go too bright? No, it looks fine, huh?
That looks great. This one, you said went too bright on this?
Yeah, no, I think it looks like it matches pretty well with this guy.
Yeah.
As far as how bright I'm going. So yeah, I think that I think that I prefer things like bright pale yellow, bright ivory, for warm colors, stuff that keeps it in a yellowish, really.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I dig it. Excuse me. That's beautiful.
I like it.
I dig it.
This is just faded green by itself. Faded green is such a good highlight for any greens that you do, and sometimes blues.
I love faded green.
It's such a good color.
Faded green, just light dry brushed on leaves, is one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah.
On just like heck, on the just the top of any old tree model, I'll do that. It's very nice. Now, is
nice.
Faded green more of a is it yellow or cool?
It's cool. It's more of a blue.
It's more of blue, right?
More of a blue.
Faded green.
So it works great on something like Dark Sea Bend like this.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look bad over other greens either.
Nope.
It will just cool them off. You know, the yellow greens, it'll move it into more of a military style green. You'll see me take the faded green and mix it with camo greens.
Yeah. Little Billy says, I just found a new paint to buy. Hey, Little Billy, you better. Faded green. Wake Titan, I have 3 small children with no locked doors. Painting is full production like the country fair getting set up. That's that. Yeah, I get you.
I hear that part.
Yeah.
The
100%.
inspiration has to be there.
Yeah. Yep. You got some external factors.
But for
going.
me, it's like, hey, you got to mow the lawn, right?
Yep.
You still got to go out in the garage, get the mower, do the thing, set it all up, but you got to do it. Make painting that thing for you. Treat it like the chore you have to do, but without the duress, right? Maybe you love mowing the lawn, so that might be a bad analogy, but for me, it's like if I want to do yard work, I got to build up to it. I'm like, oh God, but getting it done sure is going to be cool. So maybe you got to think about the end game. What is having that model painted going to do? Is it going to finish an army? Is it going to just get you motivated, bring back some fun? You've been having a rough week, so just getting some color on that model is going to help a ton. Those types of things, but sometimes we have to talk ourselves into that mental area where it makes sense to do it. Nothing wrong with that.
Here's a question for you, Jason.
Working on a nautical scheme for your Trench Crusade Heretic Naval Raiders, what fun, bright color scheme would you use staying away from traditional blues and whites of the Navy? You can do gray blues and greens, Dark Sea Ben and the faded green that I'm doing right here. There's no reason why you couldn't use these colors, right? It's like a deep ocean kind of a green. So it would be really bitchin'. And it still has enough of a bluishness to it to get across that idea if you need it. But I think something like what you see me doing here would be really good.
Wild.
And then, as an accent color, it could be anything. Ivory. It's a lot of times it's okay, how can I do the blue and white without using blue and white, but you still want that same feel? So a seafoam green and a ivory would work really well. Almost a parchment style color.
Jason,
Mm-hmm.
you have a little time left.
How much is it?
3:57.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
You got to be kidding me.
You've been knocking it out today, though. You've got a lot done today.
I guess we've done a lot, huh?
You've done a lot. You've switched to 3 models now. You're pulling a Jordan, Jason.
No.
You're pulling a Dallas and Jordan.
No.
What's going on? You're finishing these models.
No, my goal was to just get some good look for the cloth as we moved into that arena.
Yep.
I think that works pretty good. These guys are nowhere near done, but they're closing in on it.
I like
happy with that.
I mean, they're looking cool.
And of course, that started off of this guy. We got most of the way to the finish line. I mean, other than maybe I got to do the glow of the eyes. I'm going to do the glow of the eyes like in a purple or something. Because I can't imagine these guys having just normal eyeballs.
No.
So I'm going to do like a glow. I think would be very good. And then I might have to brighten up a little bit of the steel, although I kind of like it the way it is. I don't know that I have to do a whole lot to it.
Well,
I'm
everybody,
happy with the way that turned out.
This has been good. Ghost Hunter, wow. Haven't seen this in a minute. $6,618 wood painters in the Discord. Wow, I've missed you so.
It's funny, that little shock of the Dark Sea Ben on the lanyard looking thing here really ties it into the army. I think. Just that little bit. It shows you that you don't have to have, like the big red cloak, and then you put everybody else that just has the red as an accent. This is an easy way to do it. Certain parts of your army can have a big amount of color and a small accent, and then flip it.
Yeah.
Right. So these guys have got a big amount of the Dark Sea Ben and a small amount of the red. So you flip it, but they look totally different. Right. It gives a really good feel to the army, like they're meant to be together, but they are totally different. Of course, this guy has a lot of flesh that this guy doesn't have, and this guy has more bronze than this guy has, but you can tie the rest of it together pretty well.
Yep.
So I'm happy with that. I think this army is going to look bitchin'.
Looks great. I dig it.
Of course, then there's this guy that we have to figure out.
Whoa!
Because he's in the same army. So he will not have all these colors. He'll have a lot of leather and the very dark blackish gray soot-colored skin on him. Oh, what the heck happened to him?
What's that?
Like the paint's ripped off his knee.
Uh-oh.
Did he fall over?
No.
What the heck? He had to have gotten beaten up pretty bad. That ain't good. Well, rats.
No. Hey, don't blame me, Mo. I treat these like gold.
Well, rip. Red toenails as accents? Yes.
No, what are you talking about, Mo? That ain't me.
Yeah, it's all airbrush too, so that's rough.
Yeah. What'd you do? It's not me. What are you talking about?
Well, they are purple. These guys are normally purple in the box art.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was kind of too bland. They had the skin very cool, purple blue tones to the skin, and then the reddish irritation, and then they had purple cloaks on them. And I didn't like that. I started looking at Greek hoplites, and the thespian hoplites really stuck out to me because they had all the bronze and then this kind of dark sea bend. I mean, they're this color. They used more white. They wouldn't have had the red shock on them, I don't think. I didn't find any pictures of them with red plumes.
They're super cool, though.
But I think having the red plume on it brings it together and makes it work really well in the Army.
There you go.
They're neat models.
They are cool. I'm digging it. Very Roman. That's right.
It's Greek.
It's Greek. They kind of have some Roman in them. Feels a little Roman.
Very Greek. There's no Romans here.
There's no Romans here.
I have a bunch of Minotaur Space Marines with a very similar color scheme. Yeah, you can do like the bronze, which would be cool. And on the Minotaurs, you could do the same, like red and all this would be pretty cool. Red equals Roman. Tell that to the Spartans.
The Spartans? You wash the bronze on these guys with petroleum brown?
Yeah, dark bronze, then petroleum brown over that, and then brown gray over that. So two layers of metallic, 2 layers of wash. So we have to be done? We got to be done.
I mean, you've got stuff to do. You got stuff to do, Jason.
Frickin' Gabe. He probably moved the TV over there for our meeting. He's probably going to blame me.
Hey, you know what? You could say no.
No, because he came in earlier and asked me if I wanted to reschedule it, and I said
no. Oh, okay.
Well, I don't have any other time.
That's on you, Jason.
That's not how that works.
No, I don't make these rules.
You don't get to say it's my fault that somebody else set up a meeting that I agreed to. Why? Just because I agreed to it? I owe you, my employees, my time, so that you can do your job correctly.
That's true. You could have said no. You could have said, I need this for my lifeblood. Thanks a lot, Chris.
Fired.
I don't do these things. I don't do these things.
Did you hear him? There is a ghost in the machine.
I quit.
That bastard, he knew.
This bastard.
He knew.
Bastard.
He knew. He said, uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Said,
you're full of shite.
Yeah, he basically said,
that's not true.
Chris, you're full of it.
I always make sure my meetings are precise with Jason. Precise and ready to go. Yeah, you guys
that was so good. Rocco says, seeing all these Conquest models make you want to paint Conquest models. It rubs off on all of us, man. I got to tell you that, yes, there's some hang-ups on some of the build quality on some of the models, but even then, when you get them done, they're a blast to paint. I have not run into a single one that wasn't super fun and that didn't make me want to paint more. Old, new, they're all great. I've got more than I can count here on the desk, right? And more in boxes. And Chris is building more. You're building the Consumption Beast?
I'm building the Consumption Beast. I'm building quite a bit.
You going to have that done by Monday?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
He's building the big, Drake.
Not as big as I thought the Consumption Beast would be.
No, it's not as big as one of the huge monsters. It's like the spider.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be huge. So no, we're gonna totally have it for next week.
It's still a monster base, but it's more like the spider than some of these other ones.
Yes.
Yes. But we're gonna have some fun next week. We'll paint the Consumption Beast and we'll give one away. So next week's giveaway will be one of the big monster Consumption Beasts, the new Spire's Consumption Beast from Conquest. They are joining in and helping us out on that one. They're going to be sending it out to one lucky winner worldwide. Who cares? Whatever.
Yep.
So it'll be great.
It's going to be awesome.
It'll be great. Is that a dark green or gray on the cape on the right? It is dark sea Ben, then mixed with faded green.
Yeah.
That's it. 2 colors. You hate it when Chris gets fired every day? You hate it? He hates it too. I hate it because I gotta hire him again and all the paperwork and onboarding, and we have to retrain him.
Could you imagine?
He's always asking for a signing bonus. We dig a piece of pizza out of the cushions on the couch and give it to him. He's usually pretty good with that.
Now, I don't think this is a podcast, but I could just start labeling these as podcasts. No, there's times where we're silent because Jason's painting and I'm reading questions.
There's times where people look like I freeze because I'm doing the same thing.
Like, or if I'm just like this.
Chris, are you okay?
All right, Jason, you got to go.
Oh, jeez. All right, I got to leave. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Jason.
He's a lying liar who lies.
False.
Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out, watching some paint dry with us. Chris is kicking us out.
No, I'm not.
Normally, we stream from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m.
I can't win, man.
We stream Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Come join Chris and I. We have a good time.
We do.
We have a good
time. And we'll figure out when I'm going to do some non-metallic metal. We got some things coming up, but I promise we'll do that.
Yeah, I forgot about the consumption piece so it's not Chris's fault. We will do it as soon as we finish the consumption piece.
Yeah,
we're going to paint. We may
stuff.
not finish the consumption piece, but we're going to paint the consumption piece, do some cool stuff with it,
yeah.
give one away, and then teach Chris how to non-metallic metal.
Yeah, we
got to paint some wood tomorrow.
We're gonna paint some
wood.
We're
gonna paint
tomorrow.
one of the tree. We got to pick the tree guy.
Yeah, which
tree
put
him
you
on
want to
bases,
do?
but we have tree guys.
Pick a tree, and I gotta prime all of them anyway. But
I think this is my favorite.
Here, show us on stream.
I think one of these is my favorite.
I love all 3 of those.
They're really cool.
I'll probably get myself a box just because I need them.
I think one of these.
That guy's cool.
Right?
This one I feel like has a lot of wood grain. These would be cool.
Yeah. I mean, both of these are kind of the same, but I like that his big arms are like shields and it has like a cow skull in the wood. Yeah, these guys are great.
Yeah.
I like it. We'll do him.
Yeah, he's cool.
We'll do this guy.
That would be perfect.
I see what you did there, Chris. We'll paint a wood guy.
I can't take it. Ballistic Bailey said that.
Aww,
that would be perfect.
You spelled it wrong, Ballistic.
I know, but I hope that's what you meant.
You had a chance. That was your one chance at greatness.
Yes, we'll be taking notes for that.
Ghost
stream.
Hunter says join the Discord because there's 6,618 wood painters in Discord.
Paint wood.
Would-be painters or wood painters?
No, they're would-be painters.
They're all would-be perfect painters. Thank you so much. But yeah, join the Discord. Great community over there. Tons of inspiration. Lots of access to us and cool stuff going on. Wolf and Gnome says both. Yes. The answer is yes. But make sure you follow or subscribe so you get the alerts for when we go live. We do this 5 days a week. We'll be back again tomorrow and Friday.
Yes.
I keep thinking it's Thursday and we only have 1 day left. It's been a slow week.
A slow week?
Lumbering attempt at humor. Bump, bump, psst. Bring all your best wood jokes tomorrow, chat. That's your job. I want to see all of your best, worst wood jokes tomorrow. I want you, don't save them. Don't tell us now. Don't put it in Discord. Just come prepared tomorrow to wow Chris.
Oh my gosh.
With your amazing wood jokes. That's your homework for tonight. Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. Make sure to stick around. Chris is going to push us off to somebody else who's doing some lovely hobby stuff into the evening.
Yep.
Make sure to show some love in the raid as we wind up there. And have a wonderful evening. We'll catch you back here tomorrow. Adios, gang.
Bye.